Good morning everybody and welcome back to episode 165 of Enter Crypto, where twice a day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things crypto. If that sounds like something you would be interested in, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I put out a new video every 12 hours. So the story of the morning is from BBC News and it's about Kwon, who was the founder of the Luna protocol, which pretty much doesn't exist anymore. We'll go into more detail later in the video. So let's just jump into the article and we'll summarize at the end. Kwon, US regulator charges Cryptocrash boss with fraud. US financial regulators have charged failed South Korean cryptocurrency boss Kwon and his company TERRAFORM Labs with orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar crypto asset securities fraud. The Singapore-based firm created the Terra Luna and Terra USD tokens, which collapsed spectacularly last year. The collapse is estimated to have cost investors more than $40 billion, or £33.5 billion. Mr. Kwon and TerraForm Labs did not immediately respond to a BBC request for comment. We allege that TerraForm and Kwon failed to provide the public with full, fair and truthful disclosure as required for a host of crypto asset securities, most notably for Luna and Terra USD. The SEC's chairman Gary Gensler said in a statement. Now this guy has actually been charged criminally, I believe, by the South Korean authorities. I read that a couple of weeks ago, and the information that I got was that he was, at that time, I'm not sure if it's still accurate, but he was actually in Serbia. So he basically created Terra Luna from South Korea. He is South Korean himself. And then when this all fell, he sort of collapsed last year, and basically the Luna dollar lost its peg and everything went, really went down quite badly. A lot of people lost the money. He then fled to Serbia, and I think he went to Dubai first because Dubai don't have a extradition treaty, an extradition agreement with South Korea. So they wouldn't have been able to get hold of him there, but then he's gone to Serbia, and I believe Serbia is the same story. They don't have an extradition agreement with South Korea, so it's going to be very difficult for them to get him back, if he's even still there. I don't know, he maybe has moved on again. We also allege that they committed fraud by repeating false and misleading statements to build trust before causing devastating losses for investors, he added. I was arrested for trying to confront Cryptocrash boss. How Gen Z is hooked on cryptocurrency narratives. They're just links leading to a different article. According to the SEC, Mr. Kwon and his company raised billions of dollars from investors by selling them an interconnected suite of crypto asset securities, with many transactions being unregistered. The SEC also alleged Mr. Kwon and TerraForm claimed repeatedly that the tokens would increase in value and misled investors about the stability of Terra USD. However, the value of the token and its linked Luna cryptocurrency plunged to close to zero in May last year. Globally, investors in Terra USD and Luna lost an estimated $42 billion, according to blockchain analytics firm Elliptic. It triggered a sell-off in major cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum and Tether. As a result, the term crypto crash trended online. I am heartbroken about the pain my invention has brought on all of you, Mr. Kwon said at the time. The SEC complaint, which included other allegations, did not state where Mr. Kwon was located. In December, South Korean authorities who have issued an arrest warrant for Mr. Kwon said they believed he was in Serbia. Mr. Kwon had previously denied that he was in hiding but did not reveal his whereabouts. For any government agency that has shown interest to communicate, we are in full cooperation and we do not have anything to hide, he said on Twitter. Mr. Kwon faces charges of fraud and breaches of capital markets in his home country of South Korea, which is basically what we were talking about before. To say that he keeps tweeting that he's got nothing to hide, he's not running from anybody, but he seems to be jumping from country to country, and these countries just don't have extradition treaties with South Korea. If he's got nothing to hide and he genuinely believes he's innocent, then I can see reasons why you wouldn't, but one reason you might say is, why wouldn't you go back to South Korea and face the charges if you are, genuinely innocent? So that's, I mean, but he's, I mean, when you look on Twitter, he does have a history of lying. He's a bit like the SBF. SBF did it on a, you know, he scaled things up massively. You know, he really did tell some whoppers. But Kwon did also tell a lot of, and he did a lot of marketing on, you know, on the marketing side, like the saying that the price would go up and things like that. But I think what we found out later, or a lot of people on Twitter found out later, is that he was actually selling into the marketing pumps. That, so he would, for example, say that something amazing was going to be happening on Terra. On Terra, basically on the Terra protocol, like next week, for example, and so the price would go up because he'd said this, and he would be actively selling into this pump. So he'd basically be using his followers as exit liquidity, so which is you know, basically immoral. You know, he's doing one thing, he's promoting it on one side, and he's doing it on purpose to pump the price of this asset, and then he's purposefully selling into it. So it's and that's obviously wrong. So another interesting article, we find out where he is. I'm sure there'll be more news coming on as they do get. I mean, I'm sure he's going to get caught eventually and sent back, because there's not many countries out there that don't have an extradition treaty with South Korea. Serbia and Dubai are probably the only two that I can name off the top of my head. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that one. As always, guys, thank you for watching and listening. Remember, everybody, to please subscribe to my channel, join my team, and I'll keep you updated on all things crypto every 12 hours. Don't forget to smash the like button if you feel you got value from this video. I'll see you all in 12 hours' time.